Today on the High Republic Anniversary Special, we get an exciting incoming message from a special guest, sit down with all 5 High Republic authors, find out the winner of the Bring Home the Bounty Galactic Starcruiser Sweepstakes, and learn a few exciting details on Phase 2 Quest of the Jedi goodness. You're going to want to buckle up. The High Republic Anniversary Special starts right now.
1,000 generations of Jedi light, guardians of justice.
Hey, High Republic fam, it's your friend Krystina Ariel. I can't believe it's been a year since the launch of the High Republic, and what a year it's been. We've had a bounty of novels, comics, magazines, interactive experiences, and upcoming games, concept art and fan art. We were introduced to the golden age of the Jedi and met heroic new knights and Padawans. But it wasn't all good, guys. We met the dangerous marauders known as the Nile and their baddie leader, Marchion Ro. Still have nightmares about him. We got a first-hand look at the Great Disaster, visited the Republic Fair, and witnessed the opening of a shiny, beautiful, elegant new space station, the Starlight Beacon, which now from the teaser posters and book covers ain't looking too shiny, beautiful, and elegant anymore. Looks like things are about to get a little explosive for our Jedi. But we'll get to more of that later. First, let's check out this special message from the one and only Kathleen Kennedy, president of Lucasfilm.
The High Republic has been an amazing success, and it's so gratifying to see such a positive response to the original Star Wars storytelling. We've seen 6 instant New York Times best-selling novels, some of our best-selling Star Wars comics in years, and the first original manga story. As we come to the end of Phase 1, I want to congratulate all of the authors and thank the readers for your support. And please tell everyone to prepare for some truly exciting stories to come. Here's a short video of what fans can expect from our new books and comics.
It was a golden age of the Jedi and the Republic. It was a time of great peace and prosperity. But all that will come crashing down. Who will survive when the light of the Jedi goes dark?
Thanks so much, Kathy, and what a video. She ain't lying, there's some intense storytelling to come. And I know just the people to chat with on the subject. First up, all the way from the UK, it's Keeve Trindis' #1 fan, Cavan Scott. Thank you so much for joining me, Cav.
Thanks for having me.
So what's been the reaction to the High Republic so far?
Oh, it's been amazing. The High Republic fan community has just been incredible. I mean, it's really odd to think we've only really been doing this for a year. Obviously, we've been writing it for a lot longer, but for it to be out there, 12 months, it seems like it's been an eternity because of the response of everyone who has taken these characters into their heart. And for me, the thing I love is when people get this stuff and they start creating, you know, so the fan art, the costuming. I mean, the first convention I went to in well, what seems like forever, I walked straight into the hall and bumped into someone who was cosplaying as Ava Chris and Vanestra Rowe, and it was like, that's insane. Just the creativity. I mean, for me, my Star Wars fandom inspired me to be a creator, and so to see that happen in other people because of these stories that we're writing is incredible.
Now we are coming to the close of your Marvel run, and things are looking grim. Tell us what's going on, please.
Well, Ava's had a very interesting journey. I mean, she obviously starts in Light of the Jedi being incredibly triumphant. And of course, at that point, the Jedi of the High Republic thought, hey, the galaxy's a cool place, nothing bad can happen. And I think Ava struggled the most out of all of this because I think she has told herself that she's been sidelined. Her entire nature is about communication. That's what we see happening in Charles's novel when we're first introduced to her. She binds the Jedi together, and now she feels that the Jedi is splintering. And I think that becomes quite emotional and personal for her in her relationship with Stellan. I think the interesting thing is the relationship with Stellan, we've never actually seen them when everything's been going well. We've never seen them interact. And so it's painful for us when we see the fact that Stellan and Ava are 2 former Padawans who have grown up through the ranks very, very quickly in the most extreme situations. So one now is the Marshal of Starlight, one is on the High Council, and they find themselves at loggerheads. And I think that's the the thing that's really rammed it home to Ava, and that's a moment she's got coming when she realizes how much this has come between her and her friend. And I think that could be what breaks her.
Oh, well, moving on to someone else who's been a little broken throughout the process. What can readers look forward to from Skier?
Skier. How I love that boy. I actually think you can see hope in Skier because he has been through a lot and he's done that very traditional Star Wars Jedi thing of keeping it to himself, and that never goes well, as we've heard before. Anakin. And so with Skier, we start to see a healing there. Perhaps not physically, but definitely we're seeing him make great strides in coming to terms with his new reality and also the reality of what's going around him. And a lot of that comes through his former Padawan of Kyiv.
What exciting High Republic era stuff are you working on next?
Well, I'm working on the Phase 2 comic from Marvel Comics, which launches in October, and I'm working on the early issues right now.
Thanks, Kevin. And now we welcome comic book writer, novelist, lawyer, and musician. What can't this guy do? You know him, you love him. It's Charles Soule. Hi, Charles.
Hello, how are you doing? It's great to see you.
I'm fantastic. It's so good to see you too. It's nice when we get to have these friendly chats where you tell me all the information that no one knows yet.
Yes, exactly. It's very friendly.
Well, luckily, I have a few hard-hitting questions for you.
All right, I'm ready. Hit me.
Now, in The Eye of the Storm for Marvel, you touch on the history of Marchion Ro and his people. Can you tell us a little about them?
Absolutely. So the storm imagery that is such a big part of the Nile is not unintentional. His people come from what I call in the story a tempest world, and coming from an environment that's constantly in motion, constantly filled with danger, constantly filled with change, informs a lot of the things that his people do. It's visceral and vicious in a way that I think readers are really going to respond to. Who doesn't love a bad guy?
Oh yes, and the cover is absolutely gorgeous. Just seeing Marchion with the hair flowing. But can you tell us how the eye fits into all of this?
Absolutely. The eye of the storm, right? The eye of any storm is the thing around which all else revolves. It's the center point. It's the hub of the wheel. Everything around it can be utter chaos, but then the eye is relaxed and certain and knows exactly what they're going to do. And that is very much Marchion Ro. He's somebody who knows what he wants and goes after it and doesn't let emotion really get in the way. So having him as the eye of the storm, the eye of the Nile, just made perfect sense for the story we're trying to tell.
Well, you've already given us so much to look forward to with just that description. But can you tell us what you're working on next for the High Republic?
I can. So I have a project in Phase 2 that I am extremely excited about that ties into storytelling I've been doing for Star Wars for years, for 5 years, 6 years. It revolves around two words, and those two words are quarter angle. You're gonna get to see why the Blade of Bardata became the Blade of Bardata, and just a lot of really, really cool information about who Porter is, what makes him really just that good, so all the other Jedi are really just in awe of him. I cannot wait to tell that story. I'm super excited for it.
Thanks, Charles. And next up is another one who can't stop, won't stop. The High Republic's very own TikTok star, Daniel Jose Older. Hey, Daniel, glad to chat with you.
Hey, great to see you.
Now, Daniel, you've been very busy, so let's go through the list. You're writing the High Republic Adventures Ongoing, the Trail of Shadows miniseries, Midnight Horizons young adult novel, and co-writing Edge of Balance Volume 2. While I take a moment to catch my breath after that impressive list, give us one or two words of what fans can expect from each. And the High Republic Adventures.
Everything comes to a head in these final issues of Phase 1. There's so much that we've been building up to, and this is it. This is what it all comes down to. That was a couple
So what you're saying is your three words are this is it.
Chaos!
Trail of Shadows.
Everything and nothing will be revealed. Boom!
Ooh, Edge of Balance.
Old friends and new friends.
Midnight Horizon.
Epic, iconic, disastrous.
Desserts?
Desserts.
Listen, they are a prominent part of your work, and I respect that about you.
Let's not forget the Bake Off issue, which is coming out very soon and is very, very special. Dear to my heart, Vita Yala, my co-writer, amazing work. Get ready.
Speaking of that, can you tell us what else you're working on right now?
Yes, in fact, I actually can finally tell you that I am writing the all-ages High Republic Adventures graphic novel, original graphic novel for Phase 2 of the High Republic.
Yay! Thank you so much, Daniel. And now, with a test of courage to step out of the shadows on her way to a mission to disaster, see what I did there? It's Justina Ireland! Hi, Justina.
Hey, how's it going?
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Oh just coming here, hanging out in my kitchen. What else am I gonna do?
Hang out with me and talk about all things High Republic.
Sounds even better.
So your upcoming book, Mission to Disaster, allows us to reconnect with Vernestra Rowe and Avon Starros. Can you give us a little inside info into what they're up to?
If you remember from A Test of Courage, minor spoilers, she still has Emery's Kyber crystal. She's beset by the Nile because the Nile are never really gone. And so she's kidnapped, and so of course Vernestra, she's gonna go rescue her. It's mostly everyone's up to the same old things, however, there are secrets to be discovered.
So what you're saying is the Nile have not been annihilated.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I was trying for a little something. So what can fans expect from this one?
Well, Mission Disaster is actually set before the events of The Fallen Star. So if you read The Fallen Star and then you read Mission Disaster, it's not gonna spoil anything for you for The Fallen Star. There will be some stuff that's gonna maybe be made clearer, so that's that. It's just gonna have important connections to our Phase 2 storytelling, which I think is the most important and exciting part of Mission to Disaster.
Well, speaking of Phase 2, can you tell us what you're working on next?
Of course! I am writing the first YA novel for Phase 2. It's going to be something a little different, but the best part is I'm writing with Tessa Gratton, who is an amazing author and an even better human being. So it's really, really exciting to be able to bring in another author to the High Republic and just keep doing the great storytelling that we've been doing.
Thanks, Justina. And lastly, she may have trapped us on an abandoned space station with a whole garden full of Drangir, but we forgive her because she also introduced us to our favorite navigator, Geode. We have Claudia Gray in the house. So Claudia, you're writing The Fallen Star, and by the looks of the covers, Starlight Beacon has seen better days. What's happening and how much more heartbreak do I have to endure?
I can make no promises for you, and I can't tell you anything specific, but you know that bad times are coming to Starlight Beacon.
Yeah, but it's not all doom and gloom, right? The Fallen Star sees the return of the crew of the vessel. What have they been up to?
They have been operating as an independent ship for a little while, free of the Bind Guild and able to sort of determine their own destinies. But they do wind up visiting Starlight at what turns out not to be a great time to visit Starlight. I would say schedule your vacation differently.
Now you get to write Avar Kriss, Elzar Mann, and Stellan Gios in this book. Can you tell us a little bit about their dynamic?
It's interesting because we do get into some things about that friendship, which has been tested by some of the events that have transpired in the High Republic story so far. But that bond surfaces when it's needed the most, if that makes sense.
Oh, I think it sounds great. I mean, it's something we all look forward to. The relationship between them has been there, and to see it given more information and depth, especially at your hand, is pretty exciting.
Yeah, what really interests me is asking what it is like to be in that world. And so much of that is your relationships with other people. I love digging into characters, whether they are as complex and tormented as Elzar Mann or as devil may care as Geode.
Do you have any last things to say about The Fallen Star?
Not everybody survives, and who lives and who dies may not be who you think.
To quote a once great boy band, quit playing games with my heart, Claudia. Well, what fun, uplifting High Republic stuff are you working on next?
Well, when you name something Phase 1, people understand that a Phase 2 is coming, and I can say that Phase 2 is an era of exploration and invention. I don't believe I'm allowed to say anything I'm specifically doing within Phase 2, but 1, I think it's fascinating, and 2, I'm not going anywhere.
Thanks, Claudia. Before we continue the fun with my good friends, it seems like we have an incoming message from the Halcyon. Oh my God, it's Scott Trowbridge. Hi, Scott.
Thanks, Krystina. I'm so excited about all of this. Being a part of Bring Home the Bounty and this sweepstakes is an amazing opportunity. Working with Lucasfilm Publishing is such a great way to bring the stories of Star Wars and the Halcyon Starcruiser to life, and to reveal all the important ways that it has played a role throughout Star Wars history, including the High Republic era. And one lucky winner is going to get to experience the stories of the Halcyon Starcruiser for themselves, because we're giving away a test stay at Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser. The first of its kind, multi-day immersive adventure, and honestly, there's nothing like it that's ever been created in the world, and I can't wait to share it with some of our biggest fans. Not to delay any longer, let's find out who is the winner of this amazing multi-day immersive experience. Krystina, can I get a drum roll? And the lucky winner is Jennifer R. from San Antonio, Texas. Congratulations. And in addition to your test voyage, you're actually going to have an opportunity to meet all 5 Star Wars High Republic authors in an exclusive personal meet and greet session. So congratulations. Can't wait to see you on board. As the good folks at Chandrila Starline say, may the stars light your path. Happy travels.
Thanks, Scott, for dropping by to give us that great news. And congratulations to the winner. You're going to have an amazing voyage. I know I personally can't wait to explore the galaxy far, far away aboard the luxury Halcyon Starcruiser. Oh, and if you see Chewbacca, tell him I said, "Rrrr," which might mean hey, but either way, it's time for the lightning round with our authors. Pew, 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 pew. One word to describe what fans are about to experience.
I don't know, thrills.
Probably screaming.
Mayhem.
Disaster.
Joyful suspense.
That's not one word.
It is if you say it fast enough.
Character you'd most want to hang out with.
Who among us would not want to hang out with Geode?
Buckets of blood is my dude.
Probably Avar Chris.
Obviously, Bell Zedifer, because he has a dog. Excuse me, a charhound.
Maru. He's spinning a lot of plates at all times, and I can identify with that.
Best Jedi Baker, Yoda, Cantum, or Buckets of Blood.
I would be disrespecting my good friend Daniel if I said anyone other than Buckets of Blood.
Oh, it's totally Buckets of Blood.
I feel like Reed's probably got some hidden wealth of pastry knowledge. He reads a lot.
Orbelin. It's a little known fact that he makes a mean gatto.
Low key, it's Cantam. We don't know where Yoda is right now. Cantam is the reigning champion. Sorry, Buckets.
I'm almost afraid to ask this one. Character we should be worried about.
I will just refer to my previous statement. Where is Yoda?
Oh, if I was there, I'd be most worried about Lorna, always.
Vernestra Rowe. Yeah.
No. You stop that right now, no.
Well, I'd worry about pretty much everybody if I were you.
Everyone's on the table. We're treating everybody equally in terms of how aware you should be about them. So I think the real true answer is all of them.
Now, who should we be more afraid of? The Nile or the Leveler?
You know, I plead the fifth on that. That's a complicated answer. The Drengu.
Ooh, definitely the Leveler.
I mean, it's the Nile, I believe. The Nile.
If you're the Jedi, I think you're probably more worried about the Leveler.
Both.
Lastly, can you give us a tease for Phase 2 Quest of the Jedi?
150
years
in
the
past.
What? Leave it to the High Republic authors to drop that in our lap and then stop answering my calls. So much mystery. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Quest of the Jedi will be set 150 years in the past. Why? What does it all mean? Well, I guess we'll all have to wait until it begins in October 2022 to find out. But because we don't like to leave you hanging, too much at least, we're thrilled to announce that we are getting some new friends added to the High Republic chat group. Give a warm welcome to Zoraida Cordova, Tessa Gratton, George Mann, and Lydia Kang. All will be joining in on the fun and writing High Republic novels as Phase 2 Quest of the Jedi begins. Until then, prepare yourselves for the end of Phase 1 with The Fallen Star out now, and be on the lookout for Midnight Horizon, The Battle for Starlight, and Mission to Disaster coming soon. Keep your eyes peeled for clues to Phase 2 on StarWars.com and the Star Wars social channels, and join me at the end of the month for our in-depth conversation around The Fallen Star. This High Republic show anniversary special might have been filled to the brim with High Republic fun, but we have a lot more to unpack, y'all. So don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Thanks for watching, happy reading, and may the Force be with you.